Behind the pulse is Sanatu Isa. Though she's unable to gauge her age, a careful look at her seems to point to one who is well over 50 years old. Sanatu takes care of herself and grandchildren. Unfortunately, she abandoned her shea nut processing business due to ill health. Sanatu is one of the over 344,000 beneficiaries of the LEAP program under the Ghana National Protection Policy. The initiative aims at cushioning vulnerable households, especially people like Sanatu, against poverty. Under the program, one eligible member of a household receives 64 cedis, which is approximately $5 monthly. Ladi is Sanatu's neighbor and a beneficiary of the LEAP program. She tells me the monthly stipend was helpful in the past, but inflation has completely eroded its value.
Hundreds of this once Tebasa na many hanache 50 to 52 na mesuma for 52 ntimi nya hwe ntika homotimi bi kai ho ayetefie nya hwe ntika pese yensu ye bibi nti komo ye no manu ye kakra na yensu ya start bibi pese mi ye bibi kra table kaketwanye na mato bibi kakra bet
There is no doubt that social protection programs are very important. Experts warn that the prevailing economic challenges could push more people below the poverty line, making social protection programs more relevant now than before. However, there are concerns over the quantum of money spent by the government of Ghana under its social protection programs. A recent survey conducted by Send Ghana reveals that Ghana spends less than 1% of its GDP on social protection, which falls far below the 2.2% average in sub-Saharan Africa. Here is the Northern Regional Program Manager for Send Ghana, Mohamed Mumuni.
People who cannot afford 3 square meals a day. And for that matter, we have decided as a country to provide them some cash handouts. I mean, who is talking about them? That money continues to be in arrears. It has lost its value considering the inflation. 64 Ghana cedis. What will it buy? A bag of maize today is going for over 300 cedis. Can we even buy, 2 liters of oil? But that's a real and practical challenge. So in as much as we are talking about the 2023 budget and the fact that it will be largely influenced by an IMF program, we need to think about social protection and how do we make sure that those at the bottom there do not suffer the most.
In Zambia, for instance, a beneficiary of a social protection program receives approximately $12 a month, which is nearly 3 times the amount disbursed in Ghana. Back in Ghana, there are calls for the government to invest more in its social protection programs, correct anomalies, and get a social protection bill passed by Parliament. But does the ministry in charge intends to consider an increment of the allowance anytime soon? Dr. Mills Ongo is head of the LEAP program and speaks on the matter.
Over the years, we admit that as inflation and other things come to play, there's a need to review some onwards the cash grant that we give to beneficiaries. And the ministry recognizes that, and we are in talks with the Ministry of Finance, and we are working hard to make sure that some review is done for the cash to be reviewed upwards to meet the consumption of the household.
The relevance of social protection programs cannot be overemphasized. As member countries of the SDGs work towards eradicating poverty by 2030, it is critical that government takes steps to make the program more responsive to the needs of beneficiaries under the prevailing economic challenges. The social protection program, according to beneficiaries, is a good initiative. However, they want governments to address the bottleneck affecting the implementation of the program. From Tamale, I am Dinah Ngwan for Citi News.